Hi guys, welcome back. Yes, all about Virgos. Y'all know how we do. No. So, a little bit of info before we dive directly into the read for May 16th through the 22nd. Jupiter just went into Pisces on May 13th. Pluto went retrograde at the end of April. And Venus and Mercury just moved into Gemini. And Mercury is stationing for its retrograde at the end of the month. Not to mention, we just had a new moon in Taurus, and we will have a full moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius at the end of the month. So we have a lot of energy this week, but definitely a lot of energy this month. So let's dive in. I wanted to pull from the Power to Transform cards, and I just decided to pull from these because it's heavily correlated to working and reworking transformations within your life in any aspect. And so I figured with all the planets going in retrograde, especially with Pluto, because Pluto is centered heavily around heavy transformation. I figured we can let these set the tone, the mood, the atmosphere for you all for the week of May 15th. Why I keep saying it? For the week of May 16th through the 22nd. And let's see what we have going on here. You guys have Celestial Messenger. That makes sense. That's Virgo. That's who we are. So it says Celestial Messenger. Play, visualize, receive direction, and take action. I love that. Yes. And you know, we do that so well because Virgo is definitely the sign of discernment. So we kind of have this way of just looking at the big picture, calculating everything the way we need to, and coming up with the best decision. I mean, that's just what it is. So what do we have for Virgo moving for May 16th through the 22nd? The first card you have is Crone of Water. And so Crone of Water is all about saving a little for another day, putting a little away for for another day, for a rainy day or whatnot. So yeah, and then you have the Ten of Earth upside down. And so really what this tells me is that you guys should be preparing for a major shift. Yes. So within the next week or so, there will be a heavy, not for everybody, this message is not going to resonate with every single person. However, the cards don't lie. If I'm pulling them, they're for someone. So you all will be getting a big shift in the next week or so. It's telling you to prepare for that right now. It's telling you to put your ducks in a row. And what I'm seeing is it's probably centered around financial. So I would put some money up or whatnot. And I would say not so much as that we'll need it and you'll be like out on the street and it'll be horribly bad. But something probably like maybe whatever you were banking on or had your eggs in that basket is not panning out as fast as it should. Because it doesn't mean that it's not happening. Like delayed does not mean denied. So it's saying that there's a shift that's getting ready to happen and it wants you to prepare for it. So put something up for later. Save something because you're going to need it. And then you have the Seven of Air right side up. So the Seven of Air is all about balance. So what this is telling me is if you do this, if you heed this warning and start making moves and actions, then you will innately create the balance that you need. Because Virgo is all about comfort and service. So a lot of, representation of Virgo is correlated to service. But as a Virgo, for me, it's all about comfort. For me, it's all about comfort. And so I just want to be comfortable. And so if you put something up for later and save, because, we can maintain, we definitely, it's not that we don't want the nice things. We do, but we're not pressed. You know what I'm saying? We can maintain because we know it's not the end. You see what I'm saying? Delayed does not mean denied. We definitely know that. So if you put this up, then you will create the balance that you need to tunnel through what you need, to tunnel through the time. So how am I trying to say it? Yeah, so so delay does not mean denied. So if you can master this in a mental way, because it doesn't have to be a lot. It's no name, it's no structure, but just start mentally preparing yourself. Even if you mentally prepare more than financially, then you will create that mental balance that you need, because the 7 of water is all about balance. See the scales? She's weighing the scales. She's weighing the scales. And see, she has the wings behind her. She is, how do you say? She is prestige, if you look at her. And so she has the authority to balance herself. And so she's creating balance. And so if you make the shifts, even just mentally, then you will have the balance that you need. You also have element of air. It's upside down though. And so really what this means is whatever this shift that will be taking place for you all, it's going to be a shutdown of communication or whatnot. And that is definitely why it could be delayed and not be denied totally, because it could just be lost in the mail or whatnot, figuratively, but still it can be just, it can just take some time, give it a little bit more time, give it a couple more days. That's basically what the element of air upside down means. That Mercury is getting ready to go into retrograde. Don't expect things to pan out the way you need them to initially. Give them a week or two before they actually start to flow. Not exactly a week, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah. You guys also have the 7 of Earth here. And so really what this means is that now's the time to be extra sensitive. Now's the time to heed the warning. Now's the time to watch the energetic flow. Watch people's actions. Don't watch what they say. Watch what they do. Watch your surroundings. Pay attention to what's happening to you, because whatever it is, you have already seen it going into motion. It's already playing itself out. So you just need to pay close attention so that you can be ready for the next shift. When it does change, you'll be ready for it. In whatever aspect. Yes. And then you have the 1 of fire, and this is the sun. So what this tells me, Virgo, is you're going to be able to power through this. Yes. You're going to be able to shine through this. And you also got 8 of fire upside down. So you got the 1 of fire and the 8 of fire. So the 1 of fire is the sun and the 8 of fire is Neptune. So what this tells me is that you are getting ready to so what this tells me is you guys are getting ready to power through this. Yeah, so what this tells me is you guys are getting ready to power through this severely. And so right now, the best thing that you can do is what we do best. Organize, structure, categorize, because that's going to bring the balance that only the Virgo can understand. And that is what is required right now so that we can get through the next session. You also have to keep in mind that Pluto is trining your sun, if your sun is in Virgo, or your first house, your ascendant. And that's massive work. A trine is a very powerful, harmonious aspect. It means things just flow so easy. If you think about it, just flow so easily. But nevertheless, Pluto is still transforming your life for the better. And it's not always easy. I would like to think that a trine is easier than some of the other ones, definitely. But still, it's a transformation. So keep that in mind. I also did want to pull from my Beyond the Lemuria Oracle deck by Izzy Ivy. This is a phenomenal oracle deck centered around the age of Aquarius. It also heavily correlates to the chakras as well. But I just love the artwork. It's simply fascinating. So what do we have for Virgo for May 16th through the 22nd? Let's see what we have going on. All right, so the first one you have is Trust Your Innocence. You see that? Beautiful artwork. Look at that. Oh, that looks like Virgo too. I love it. Yes. So trust your innocence. And truly what that means is Virgo is the sign of service. But a lot of the reason that Virgo is in service so well and loves to do it is because it has an innocence to it. It has the belief that it just wants to help genuinely, because that is just what we're all about, helping one another, service to each other, doing favors. That's what it was about, definitely, when everything was started. Exchange for trades, that's what currency was. But that's the natural cycle of life, helping people get through life. Soul evolution, soul journey. And so you need to trust your innocence, because that is what leads you. That is what guides you. That is where you get your power from. That is the phenomenal part about how you help people. The compassion in that is unrenowned. So yeah, keep that in mind. You also have a vulnerability. And then this right here for me with you guys just means that sometimes Virgos can be a little too vulnerable. And so vulnerability is good, but Virgos must be mindful with their vulnerability, simply because we do so many services, simply because of all the services, you know, it can be portrayed and work heavily on your vulnerability. If you're giving, and no one is giving you back, you're not receiving, your vulnerability is going to be stretched. And then you have, got two. Oh my God, you got three. Okay, so you have new blueprints, full spectrum, and furred feathered friends. Furred feather friends. So let me sit with this for a second. Only one's been coming out. Say furred feather friends. New blueprints. Oh my, yes. Look at this. Beautiful. Oh, yes. Okay. So what I'm seeing with this, guys, is connect back to nature. Okay. Virgo is an earth sign, and Virgo is an earth sign, and you must get back to nature. All right. New blueprints. There are so many rays and waves of new paradigms coming through right now. New blueprints, new shifts that you need to seriously tap in. You also have full spectrum. This is viewing it on a wider scope. And that's not to say that you're not, because Virgos, if nothing, they definitely view it on a wider scope. But broaden it. We're shifting it. We're moving into the age of Aquarius. Everything is upgraded. So shift that. Full spectrum. Look at the big picture. See what's happening. That's what the other, like, and this one definitely correlates to the Seven of Earth. And really what it says is just watch your surroundings. Look at everything. You already know what's happening because you've been paying attention. Virgos are nothing if they don't pay attention. Like, Virgos, if they don't do anything, they pay attention to everything. So pay attention to your surroundings. Get the full spectrum. All right. Furred and feathered friends. That's right. Go into hermit mode. Connect back to earth. Connect back to nature. Center yourself. So, as always, I hope this helps you guys. I will be leaving a link in the description box for my website for any of you all that would like to book a personal reading with me. I also have some of the hottest metaphysical glam on there, from crystals to jewelry to jewelry boxes and little crafts. I've even got some really cool ashtrays and containers for you to kind of like keep things 5G ray, you know, contained or whatnot. I'll also leave a link down in the description for my candles, so that any of you all who would like to check out the candles, you can do that. And I'll be dropping tonight the new moon in Taurus that we had at the beginning of the week, last week, and then also the full moon that we'll be having at the end of next week in Sagittarius. I'll be dropping the candles on Instagram tonight. So if you're not subscribed to my Instagram, do so with that. Yeah. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. Leave me a note in the comments and let me know, did you guys like this? Did it resonate with you all? If it did, like it, share it, subscribe it, so other viewers may hear it as well. And yeah, see you later.